welcome back to my channel. It's C. I just wanted to pop in and create a new segment here on my channel. I think I'm gonna call it C's Career Corner or Career Corner. I don't know. We'll work on the name. But the goal in mind is to just bring forward career advice to you all. Kind of based off of like my career path and how I got to where I am, because I know there are a lot of people that may want to travel as much as I do or more, or may be interested in living and moving abroad, or who may be interested in crossing over into IT, which is the career path I work in. I spend a lot of time on TikTok, too much to be exact, but I'm noticing a huge shift in people being interested in IT and wanting to, dip their toe in or just get their foot in the door. So my goal is to help you all in, that journey if I can. So first, I'll give you guys a little background information about my career path in IT and how I got in and whatever. So initially when I got into IT, I had a friend who was traveling a lot and I was like, I want to travel too. And so he introduced me to a program called PerScholas. And that program has been amazing. PerScholas is offered in most major cities in the US. I even believe that now they do a lot of virtual courses. So even if it's not in your city, you're able to attend online. However, when I did the PerScholas program, I actually had to attend in person. I did mine back in like 2019. My program was a 10-week course and it prepared me for the A+ certification offered by CompTIA. It also gave me the basic IT knowledge that I needed to know to not only pass the test, but also have a successful career in IT. They also had career training and advice, so people would come in and like do mock interviews with us. We even had real interviews with corporations. And also like we had help with curating and creating our IT resume. So for scholars, I am a huge advocate for, because while it may be tough because, there are requirements for me. Like I said, I had to go in person. So it was 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday for me, which made it really hard to have a work-life balance. But when I say the reward was definitely worth it in the end, it absolutely was. And a blessing that I can tell you all is nowadays, as far as getting the CompTIA A+ certification, that's I'm not gonna say no longer a requirement, but at least for the jobs I've seen and everything, I've seen a shift where that used to be the requirement to, get your foot in the door or to get the job. It's since been upped, at least in the government sector from what I've seen, to where a Security Plus is now more required. However, I do always recommend people with no IT background to at least study for the CompTIA A+ certification so that you can at least have the basic IT knowledge kind of across every branch of IT. And so that brings me kind of to my next topic. When it comes to IT, it is a broad spectrum. Like there's so many avenues you can take. There's cyber, security, networks, hardware, just you name it. There's so many opportunities, and then there's opportunities within opportunities. So I'd say at least get the basic knowledge through like studying A+, or just research in general, like what avenues stick out to you or what is your goal in mind. For me, it was about traveling. So I wanted a position where I could get paid to do something I enjoyed, and I landed that. So my first IT role was actually like a help desk role, like working for a bank. So I'd sit there, take calls, help people reset their passwords, yada yada yada, whatever. But even though it wasn't what I wanted to do necessarily, it was a step in the right direction towards what I actually wanted, because a lot of times what you need are certifications and experience just to kind of get kick-started. So there's plenty of ways you can go about doing that. That's, of course, finding a role, gaining IT experience, and then building upon that as you navigate through your career. Where I'd like to start usually is some people like work on that resume. You may have your basic resume that you send out to everyone. Make sure you have an IT resume. So through the PerScholas program, I was able to gain the experience on how to create and curate my IT resume. But you can take your same resume and then just pull out all the technical highlights and make sure that those things are highlighted in your technical resume. And so what I mean by that is, like, let's say you work at a call center and it may not be like how my role was, where it was specific to like a technical role. You might actually just be taking customer service calls, but harnessing like, okay, what software are we using? Am I using Excel? What other technical skills are you like pulling out of that? And then another number one thing is customer service. Like, that is a skill across all industries. Highlight that as well. Because not only do we want to know, are you good at your job? Can you do the job? A lot of times your experience or your certifications let them know you're capable, but can you do it professionally? And that's where the customer service piece comes in. So keep that in mind when you are creating your technical resume. And then when it comes to certifications, like I said, if you have zero IT background, study the basics. I believe even Google has a IT, I don't remember the name of it. I'll either put it on the screen or down in the description, but they do have an online IT preparation course or whatever. And a lot of their online certifications are similar to the accredited ones like CompTIA. The only caveat is I've never seen a resume, I've never seen a job description or job requirement that's required the Google IT certification as opposed to like a CompTIA certification or Cisco or whatever, just because, not necessarily that anyone can go and get them, but the CompTIA test is monitored, it's accepted worldwide. Like, there's so many things that it's like having a college degree versus saying I learned how to code in my basement. And granted, the skill level may be the same, but having that paperwork behind you, backing you and saying, okay, this person did the work, took the test and passed. So that's where the difference lies. But like I said, even if you want to, let's say, go the cyber route, whatever, at least look at the different areas of IT that may be interesting to you. My goal was being driven by wanting to travel. So I was like, all right, that means I might need a technical role that is more hands-on or learn more about hardware, whatever. So I ended up going the deployment technician route when the opportunity came available, and that allowed me to travel all across the US. It led to opportunities overseas, not even just here, also in like Kuwait. In addition to that, even while traveling across the US in my role, I was offered positions in other cities and states. So the thing I love about this career path is one door, or just getting your foot in the door, opens up to another door and just limitless opportunities. So that's just some insight there. But yeah, look into different opportunities and see what stands out to you. Do you want to learn more about cyber? Do you want to learn more about security? Or if you want to start in one career path in IT and pivot to something else, that is a possibility as well. Now that I'm more secure in my IT role or IT career, I've worked in management, I've been a technician, I've worked next to people, just so many opportunities, but I'm now interested in security. And so now that I've been able to kind of see what those kind of jobs entail, and honestly, it's more money driven and also interesting to me personally, I'm now looking into other certifications like CYSA, which is also offered by CompTIA, or the CISSP, which is a Cisco certification. So in another video, I'll go deeper into certifications, but I just want to hone in that honestly that will take you so far. I know there's a lot of people that just jump into getting the college degree. There are wonderful programs like WGU, Western Governors University. They have a program where as you're earning your degree, you're earning certifications, and those certifications count as credits towards your degree. And I just think that's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful program. The only reason why I didn't go that particular route is because my overall career passion is in psychology. So that's a story for another day. But by working in IT, it's given me the opportunity to be able to have my degree paid for essentially by the IT company I work for. And I think that's the most amazing thing. So whatever career path you're interested in, IT, whatever, if you can't afford schooling or you don't want to pay all that money, look into companies that offer tuition reimbursement or that pay for your degree or pay for certifications. You may be working in a job right now and just have the itch for like IT or something more. See what they offer you. See if they offer like career opportunities, training and development in other areas. You can even ask to shadow people in other positions within your company. So yeah, that's just my little tidbit, and that goes for anyone. Like, utilize your resources because these companies are utilizing you. I've actually been in a job, I'm not gonna say what company, which job, whatever, where a comment was made to our entire team. I personally believe it was directed at one individual. However, it was said to everyone. And this manager of mine, out of his mouth, said, "We will miss you, but we'll replace you." And that was in the context of if you're not happy in your job. And to be honest with you, it was a harsh reality check for me, and it gave me the fuel to go harder in my career. And I'm grateful for hearing that because at the time I was offended. I was like, I'm tired, I'm burnt out. And even though I know this isn't directed at me personally, and I know that at the end of the day, the messaging was really to say, you know, if you're not happy here, there are so many other opportunities available to you. Utilize them. Don't stay somewhere where you're unhappy. At least that's how I read it. In the moment hearing it didn't sound as pleasant. It was like a slap in the face. But now that I've matured and overcome it, and especially now that I've done the work to get in a happier place in my life, I take that and I apply it to everything. So that's where I'm gonna leave off on this video. I know it's pretty short, it's kind of broad, but in future career corner chats, I will go into more details, not only about my career, but also about other career paths and opportunities. But for the information for PerScholas, I also link Cisco and CompTIA down below so that you all can start your career journey and path and look into resources and just see if IT is for you. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel content as well as career advice. At some point, I'd actually like to invite people who also work in other technical roles to come and speak to you all. So if you're interested in a role that I'm not familiar with or that I haven't had experience in, I want you all to have it available to you. And I will be sharing more resources in the future videos as well. So stay tuned. Bye-bye. Let's begin.
Turn me up.